Hello guys, how are you guys doing? Good evening. How is everybody doing? Today, the case has been postponed. The case has been postponed up until Monday. The case has been postponed up until Monday. Uh, First of all, my apologies. Earlier on, I had to be busy and rush somewhere. I wanted to do this live earlier today, but I got a bit distracted at the time. Hello, Lerato. Hello, Prince. So I had to stop while I was starting, just before you guys came in. Then I had to stop. Good evening, Sipo. So I had to stop and then I had to rush somewhere. Apologies for that. Now I'm back because I owe you this live before I go to bed. Yeah, well, the case has been postponed until Monday, and the reason behind that is because you would remember that yesterday Judge Rata wanted Mangena to come today. I did not see, I'm not sure, I don't think Mangena was in court today. I'm not sure though. But SAPC, I don't know what was happening with SAPC, because by the time they came in, it was Mshololo, of which I think it started from Baloy speaking. So we did not see what Baloy said. We did not hear what Baloy said. We did not hear what Mgomezulu said. We did not hear what Ramsipile said. We did not hear what Mnisi said. We did not hear what Mimalo said. The only time we saw it was Mshololo, who was on the podium, and Mshololo was busy explaining to my lord that they would rather Gininda comes in the meantime while they wait, because my lord has done what you call a ruling that the ballistic expert, the defense ballistic expert must come on the 2nd of September. But now my lord has changed his mind again, seemingly that he has changed his mind. He wants the ballistic now, as in like yesterday. So they had that conversation, and then while they were having that conversation, my lord said, you know what, I want you guys to please contact this ballistic expert and speak to him and ask what's happening with his report, how far is it, when is it going to be ready, etc. And then they had an adjournment. They went to consult with they called him, spoke to him. The feedback was that he is available next Monday. He will be able to give the report next week Monday. So Mangena next week Monday is coming. I don't know whether the ballistic expert will also be there at the same time as Mangena, or they will be exchanging, or these guys want the ballistic report, and then during this week, sometime maybe tomorrow or Thursday or Friday, they will sit down with him and have a consultation where he will explain, and whatever questions they have, maybe they will ask him then in that consultation. Then after that, they will be ready. In fact, they were asked if they will be ready on Monday. They said yes, Monday they will be ready. Hold on, please. So they said they will be ready on Monday for Mangena. You would remember that Mangena is that guy. Let's check out quickly. Mangena evidence on the Senzo Meyiwa case, because I want us to remember at least wayethini Mangena, the ballistic expert, so that during this week I want us to go through his evidence bit by bit on our lives. That's what we will go through, so that we remind ourselves what did he say, so that when he answers questions there, we have a bit of understanding. So that's what I will do for you this week. I'm gonna do lives where I'm gonna be putting in his evidence, even if it's just a video of his evidence. That's what I'm gonna try and do for you guys as lives. Then you will watch that. Then we have a conversation about that. Okay, now ballistic. This is ballistic expert Lieutenant Colonel Christian Mangena, who has already testified in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial on crucial evidence about the alleged murder weapon more than a year ago, has been ordered to take the stand on Tuesday morning for cross-examination. No, it's Monday. Judge concerned about the long delay before the adjournment of proceedings at the Pretoria High Court. Judge Ratamu Khwatleng raised concern about the delay in cross-examining Mangena. Mangena, a state witness, testified in August last year, where he said the gun that was found on accused number 3 Mtobisi Prince Mncube when he was arrested in 2015 for separate matter is the same one that killed Meyiwa. Yeah, Vike, that's his evidence. Mangena testified he was able to determine this after examining the projectile found on the kitchen counter at the crime scene and test bullets fired from the gun found in Mncube's possession. The cross-examination of Colonel Mangena has been standing down for more than a year. The defense expert requested for the reanalysis of the exhibit, and this was done a few weeks ago. The defense expert requested a photo album which was given to them. There is no indication when the report will be ready Monday. Ideally, cross-examination should now take place. There is no clarity when the report will be ready, said the state prosecutor, Mr. Baloy. And then the judge comments were bending over backwards. Said Mkhwatleng he has to, Mangena has to testify even if I should issue an order. It is unheard of evidence standing over a year. I have bent over backwards for the defense. You will never find a judge in South Africa who did what I did. Never. It is unfair that a witness gave evidence a week ago and there is still no cross-examination. I am postponing this case until Tuesday. That was then when this was done. He, Mangena, must come, which was today. Tomorrow, the JP Gauteng Judge President Dustin Mlambo is worried that I am bending over backwards whenever there is no necessity. Where there is no necessity, it is unfair to the witness and those who have an interest in this case. Okay, that's what yesterday Judge Rata said, guys. Now, let's check Mangena's evidence from last year, Kesan. Last year. Okay, I want to check that. These are the things that he said. Oh my goodness, guys. Here is the evidence. All right. State Prosecutor Advocate George Baloy starts off by explaining to the court that today's witness will be using a chart as part of his testimony. The firearm registry downloads from a cell phone found on accused number 3, as well as the firearm in question. Which date was this? I want to be sure. It was the 30th of August, 2023. Name? Okay. This is the evidence. Ballistic expert Chris Mangena, who took the stand, and he will focus on evidence linked to the firearm believed to have been used to shoot and kill the former soccer star Senzo Meyiwa. Okay, now let's get to what he said. Reading from his 22-page affidavit dated 5th November 2014, Lieutenant Colonel Mangena introduces himself as a forensic analyst and a crime scene reconstruction specialist. And lists the vast ballistic related qualification he has acquired over almost 3 decades in the SEPS department. Advocate Baloy, can you mention some of the noteworthy cases you were involved in? I remember I was annoyed by this question. I remember last year I was so bored with this question because I was like, Aibo, he is the same person that gets annoyed when Zandile Mshololo does this. What the hell now? Anyway, Mangena said, I was involved in the crime scene reconstruction of the Oscar Pistorius case. I also did the Luke Tibbets, a toddler who was struck by a bullet while on his mother's lap. I was also involved in the reconstruction of the Babita Diokaran case. Advocate Mshololo interjects and questions the relevance and the accuracy of the information. Guys, and then Judge Ratam Khwatleng explains that the witness listing his previous cases speak to his experience. Kade lo judge wabanje. It's just that we were not paying so much attention at the time. It was still early days anyway. And then Mangena continued reading from his affidavit. Sorry, Ubaloy, do you remember what time you arrived at the address, Kumalo House, Kumalo Residence? Mangena, I can't remember what time I arrived. I arrived because I received the call just after 10 and I arrived after 11. Referring to images before the court, Mangena explained that upon examination of the kitchen, he noted 2 areas that could have been damaged by the bullet, the door and the floor tile. He explained that the bullet did not perforate the door but ricochet. Yo, isingesi, guys. Sense. And then Mangena tells the court that he was informed that 2 spent bullets were recovered in the kitchen, one on the floor and the other on the kitchen counter. Mangena, during the examination, I took measurements of the bullet damage. I took the height of the bullet hole, which was approximately 1.2 meters high. Those are the other things that we need to note, ne? 1.2 meters high. I did the same for the bullet hole on the floor. The distance from the wall to the bullet hole on the floor was 1.19 meters. He also went on to say that on the 28th of October 2014, he attended the post-mortem conducted by pathologist Dr. Johannes Steenkamp. Okay. Mangena said when examining the clothing of the deceased, which is Meyiwa, Senzo Meyiwa, he found a bullet hole on the chest area of the shirt and vest. I examined the wound on the chest. The wound had characteristics of a gunshot wound. My lord, I want to explain to the court how a firearm works. Mangena then proceeds to demonstrate to the court. And then he states that the hole on the shirt and vest of the deceased indicates that he, Meyiwa, was shot at close range. He adds that the firearm was in loose contact with the deceased. The exit wound was irregular shaped bullet wound. The entrance wound measured at 1.34 meter, while the exit wound was at 1.26 meter. Guys, if you notice, these are exactly whether if someone is a ballistic expert will know, even the description of the wound will tell them which kind of a firearm was used there, right? I'm sure it will tell them what type of a firearm was used there. And then looking at this position of the wounds, it is a downward trajectory. Yavapa. So what? Yat. Okay. Mangena tells the court that after examining the crime scene and the body of the deceased, he determined that 2 shots were fired. 1 shot was shot directly to the floor at a 90-degree angle. If a person was close, they would have been hit by the fragments. And Mangena says the other shot was fired in the direction of the door at a downward trajectory. 2 shots. The other one, okay. He also states that the bullet was not shot at a 90-degree angle. That's the second bullet now. And the door was half open, adding that the bullet ricocheted on the door and landed on the kitchen counter. Mangena further explains that the unstableness of the bullet could be the result of going through the deceased Meyiwa before hitting the door. Okay. The most probably position of the deceased would have been standing upright in the kitchen with his back towards the door. Do you remember? Was it Bulelani Ngache? That guy, the neighbor? Yes. Do you remember he said he saw through the window there was someone who came and had a white shirt or something, or t-shirt? This speaks to that evidence. The shooter was most probably in front of the deceased. The possibility of a struggle cannot be ruled out. Mangena stands by his statement and confirms its accuracy to the court. Okay. Asked about the time difference between the firing of the 2 shots, Mangena tells the court that he could not determine the time lapse. However, there was a break in between the shots. How would he know? Okay, unless he asks questions. Mangena informs the court that on 13 November 2014, he received 2 evidence bags. He continues to list the contents of the bag received, which included a 9mm parabellum and bullets. Mangena tells the court that after testing the gun, he concluded that the gun found at the crime scene was not fired. What? He concluded that the bullet found at the crime scene was not fired from the firearm he tested. Okay. On the 1st June 2020, now we have 2014, the firearm that he was given, it did not match the bullet. That was in 2014. He was given a firearm and it did not match. Wait. On the 1st June 2020, Mangena was called by the investigating officer, Colonel Bongani Gininda, to find out if he can determine the identity of the shooter based on the height. Mangena responded that it is impossible as people may react differently in situations. Mangena, I went to the police station. He said they have a person of interest and I said I will look at his height. He pointed to me, Muzi Sibiya, who is accused number 1. His height was 1.73. Mangena explained that he was called to assess another person of interest, accused number 2, Sandile Ndanzi. His height was 1.86 meters. Wait. So the person that might have shot him should be tall, right? Okay, let's see. 30th of June 2020, I went to Johannesburg prison to meet with Colonel Gininda to do the same exercise with him, Tobisi Carlos Mncube, who is accused number 3. After completing the exercise, Mangena says he asked Mncube to take off his shoes and Mncube explained that he has scars from his youth. Mncube's height was 1.63 meters. Okay. Mangena, on the 1st of July, we went to Qalakabusha prison and the suspect was Sfiso Ntuli, accused number 5, who refused to be measured. We all know accused number 5 he refused to be measured. He refused to for people to take any statements from him. What nje angazani na Senzo mina ningalinge nje ningalinge ubani yena uSenzo ubani yena uSenzo angibuki kwabhola lelo nikhuluma ngalo angazi kwa Senzo ningalinge nje ningincede. Oh, that guy. On the 6th of July 2020, we went to Louisco prison to see accused number 4, where we did the same exercise. His height is 1.79 meters. Wait, these guys are tall, ne? I thought, who's the tallest? It's Bonga. Bongani is very tall. Then Bongani is tall. Untans is tall. And then I choose number 4. And then I choose number 1. I choose number 5. And I was not measured. Okay. Okay. And then Mangena, on the 1st of July, we went to Kalakabusha to prison. Okay, fine. I read that. After this, Kininda told me accused number 3 was arrested and a firearm was found in his possession. I should check if it's linked to our case. Listen to this, guys. Mangena explained that after following up on the case, he found that Warrant Officer Rulovse tasted the firearm. Mangena states that he then compared Warrant Officer Rulovse's test with the bullet found on the scene. Mangena told the court that he decided to retrieve the gun tested by Rulovse to test it using the same caliber bullet as those fired at the crime scene. Mangena says on Monday, 20 July 2020, he received an open seal bag containing a 9mm parabellum with an obliterated serial number and bullets. That is where umnisi should stick ke sana. Uyithatheleni into evuliweyo. Advocate Baloyi, before we proceed, you said you received an open seat bed. Could you explain? And then Umangena says, I went to Cleveland police station to request the gun and I was told it was being sent to be destroyed. However, it was given to me in a box, in an open seal bag. Mangena stated that the bullets found in the bag, which were confiscated from accused number 3, were the same make as those found at the crime scene. Referring back to Warrant Officer Rolf's affidavit, Mangena read, 13th February 2015, an exhibit was sealed in an evidence bag and was sent to Ballistics. Back to his own affidavit, Mangena explained that he examined the pistol and found it to be functional. Mangena stated that he used 8 test bullets, including 2 bullets of the same make as those used in Warrant Officer Rulov's test. This was to confirm that the gun in his possession was the same one tested by Warrant Officer. Mangena told the court that after testing, he found that the bullet recovered from the crime scene was fired from the gun confiscated from accused number 3, Mtobisi Carlos Mncube. Mangena explained that he prepared the court chart, which was handed out to the court that morning to display his results. He then points out the similarities between the test and exhibits, crime scene bullets. Wait, Kengoku. What I want to understand is, why is Mangena telling us about this box that he found this firearm open? He said he found it open and he was very specific there. Ne? And then Baloyi asked Mangena to turn to the 27th of July 2020. Mangena says after he returned the evidence to Cleveland police station, Colonel Gininda requested the evidence to be removed from the police station because he felt it was not safe. Mangena then kept the exhibit, which included the gun and ammunition, in his safe until today. During the performance of my official duty, the exhibits were kept in my custody under lock and key from the 20th of July until 27th of July 2020. Baloyi asked Mangena to explain why there were no cartridge cases at the crime scene. Mangena says there are many possibilities as to why cartridges weren't found at the crime scene, one of which is the probability that the cartridge was stuck in the gun. And then Baloyi requested Mangena to turn to the downloads of cell phone that was taken from I choose number 3. Looking at the pictures downloaded from the cell phone, Mangena says he cannot confirm if the firearm depicted in one of the images is the one before the court. However, it is the same model. He then stated that he cannot identify the other firearms depicted in the other pictures. And then Baloyi asked Mangena to comment on the discovery of the deceased Meyiwa DNA on a swab of the kitchen wall. Mangena tells the court that the blood found on the wall, which was swabbed by warrant officer Thabo Mosia, could have been transferred from Meyiwa by the occupants of the house when he was carried to the car. He adds chances for the bullet that hit the deceased to have retained any blood are slim due to the speed it was traveling. Okay. So that's the evidence that we were given. Now, that's the evidence of Mangena, right? Now, one of the crucial things here, Mangena tested a firearm that looks like the same one that he that was taken from I choose number 3 when he got arrested in 2015, right? But now, that firearm did not match. The question that I have now, whose firearm is that? Why was it being tested? Does that even make sense? Why was that firearm being tested? Whose firearm was it? Who brought it to the police and why? And the other question that everybody has is, Gininda, in all his affidavit during the trial, within a trial, he spoke about a revolver, yet they are busy testing a 9mm. Why? The people, eyewitnesses, they saw a firearm. Longwe says it was, Longwe is very special. He says it was a 38 special. He was very clear. And then Utumelo, he said it was a firearm with a wheel. Also, Umtoko, it was a firearm with a wheel. Utkeli, Yena clearly said that it was a revolver. So why are they testing something that was not seen by the people who were inside the house? That's a mystery. That's another mystery. And then the other mystery is that there is this firearm that was tested first by Mangena. Mara, no one is giving us explanation whose firearm is that, where is it coming from, why was it being tested, all of those questions. And then Mangena comes and says, I got the firearm in an open bag sale. Are we returned dumb cops here? Are we? Are we returned dumb cops here? Now we are expected to accept that is the same firearm. Okay, fast forward, forget Mangena now and that evidence of his. Fast forward to when the Mr. David Stephanus Peterson came, the ballistic expert for defense came to come and fetch or have the conversation inside the courtroom about taking the firearm. Gininda is asked, where is the firearm? Gininda responds and says that the firearm is in his safe. Jiggy, pity, the firearm now is no longer in Gininda's safe. It's inside the courtroom. And no one asked, where is it coming from? Not even the judge, not even a Mnisi. No one asked. No one asked, where is the firearm coming from? Why are we having it? Gininda just said it's in the safe. So what's going on here? Which firearm is that? Do you see the things that are happening in that courtroom? Do you see the things that are happening in that courtroom? Guys, 37 likes, 90 people inside Dulugudu. Come on, guys. Double tap the screen so that we can get those likes coming through, please. Kindly do that for me. So next week we are waiting on Mangena to come back and be cross-examined on this, because these are the crucial things that he needs to explain. What does Mangena mean that he took an open bag? What is his procedure? We need to know the procedure there. Ithini procedure yabo. We also need to know ukuthi if he accepts an open bag, kwenzeka njani. Let's go all technical now. There's a lot of things that are not right here. Why did he accept an open bag? Why must we accept that an evidence that was in an open bag? I remember Umchali saying ukuthi, no, I did not see any letter that says that. I did not see any complaint that says it was in an open sealed bag. Open sealed bag, I mean. So, we don't know ukuthi wenzekalani, yabo. Marake, it's a lot. At the same time, we are waiting because the first gun that he tested, it did not fire the bullet that killed Senzo Meyiwa. The question remains, whose gun was that? And then the second one, it did match. It was the gun. But now, the one that he tested first, where was it coming from? Where is it now? Why was it being tested? And secondly, the second one that tested is the one that came out of an open bag. Why? Why did he accept that? Why did he even accept such, knowing very well? Obo? Hello, Princey. Hello, Lerato. Hello, Sipo. Hello, Pamela. Hello, Mamoshidi. Hello, Carol. Letabo, hi. Rata is not invited. Kufewel dinner kazondo. Te. Friend, the friend. He never gets invited anywhere, shame. Maybe he is rude, yes. Maybe Tina, we think he's rude in that courtroom. It's his nature. Hello, Ntlantla. Hello, Mrs. K. Christina. Hello. Hi, Noni. This judge, Rata, don't even act towards what we call justice. Fabrication throughout, and Rata is okay with that. Maybe that's why he don't even get invited to these events. Kylie Francis and family, are you from South Africa? Yes, we are from South Africa, Kylie. Where are you from? Hello, Sifiso. Yes, Sifiso, we are being played here. Hello, Tebuho. Wasili, hello, hello. Utabo, Mina, I had concur with Mgomezulu. I really want Gininda on that stand. To confirm what's on record from stain evidence that they worked together on cell phone downloads. Kuningi, guys. Kuningi. Kunjea. Kuninzi, kunjea san. And also on top of that, we must deal with the drama ka Judge Rata. We must deal with it drama. We must deal with it drama ka Judge Rata on top of that. Yeah, boy. There's a lot of things who can eat again. He must still come to this box to come and talk about, because he once said Ubongani Ntanzi. Hey, there was a lot of things that men said about Ubongani Ntanzi, guys. There was a lot of things that he said. Hello, Muhles. Hello, Maria. Hello, Spamandla. Hello, your legend. Prince, I wonder what the defense expect would report, seeing that they have a different gun that has had a barrel changed. I say, good demand, your legend. Prince, he said he had multiple cases but couldn't produce a single. You, Ukininda, guys. Ukininda, guys, in drama. Yo, I remember him saying that I choose number 2. is a hitman. I mean, hi guys, that guy is Dory ngathaka komdala. He described Bongani Ntanzi as a gun supplier and a hitman. This was revealed on one of the witness statements read by lead investigator Brigadier Gininda at the High Court in Pretoria. Gininda is a witness. He was a witness in the stand at the time. The defense worked through almost 70 affidavits contained in case docket, still under investigation. Brigadier Gininda read out a statement by Simpiwe Buthelezi, one of the informants who directed the police to accuse number 2 Bongani Ntanzi. Is Simpiwe Buthelezi still alive, guys? Who knows? Is he still alive? Since these people die, guys. People die. I'm just checking. Usaphila nje kahle uSimpiwe Buthelezi lo. Is he still alive? In the statement, it alleges that Ntanzi was a well-known firearm and ammunition supplier who supplied illegal firearms to various parts of the country and Basotho nationals. Guys, do you remember? Do you remember that? And Basotho nationals. Do you guys remember that? Bongani Ntanzi, he is a firearm supplier and ammunition. Bongani Mafika Ntanzi is working together with Basotho nationals. They supply the hitmen with firearms and ammunition around the country. We supplied firearms to other people, especially in KwaZulu-Natal, as there was a high demand of unlicensed firearms and ammunition. The statement read. The statement also stated that Ntanzi allegedly supplied illegal firearms at Marikana region in the Northwest Province and was heard talking about murdering a mine union member. Bongani Ntanzi was staying in Rustenburg and making money securing firearms. He also supplied more firearms in Marikana and Bongani Ntanzi. That statement. That statement, it was full of nonsense, guys. You would say, putting at Miss Palom Dana secretion. Ha! That was a big person and a very powerful person. And I asked him if he has also started killing people. And he said to me, it's a man's job that he had to do because he needs money to make a better living. And I warned him about it. Listen, guys, this is the same Bongani Ntanzi. Odoji. Ozihluphakelayo njengathi sonke lana. Aw, guys. Aya. Kudlaliwe ngomntaka Ntanzi. Yo! While in Vosloorus on a different date, Buthelezi details in the statement hearing attempts to bribe the police and an alleged involvement on of the 5 accused in May. I went to Vosloorus and heard Muzi Sibia hit his girlfriend with regards to the Senzo Meyiwa case. His father further paid a policeman to cancel up the case. I also heard that Bongani Ntanzi, Pisa, Carlos, and Ntuli are involved in that Buthelezi. Why Shwaka, guys? I wonder if he's still alive. I wonder if he's still alive. Is he still alive? Who knows? KZN people, do you know this Buthelezi Simpiwe? Is he still alive? Because wow. Even at that one of Bongani Ntanzi selling firearms. Okay. And then, first question I want from him is what? Okay, wait, before that. Prince, he said he had multiple cases but couldn't produce a single. Like, we are still waiting for one docket from those cases. One. Just one docket. Even yes, nongoma. Nothing. Bamane beti nongoma case. Ibi. Jololo inongoma case. Jololo inongoma case. Utebuko, can I ask you, did defense lodge a complaint about the judge or there is an intention to do so? Why are you asking? You can... So much. Sorry, guys. Ayikho kwantu. Ayikho kwantu oko. Masimlinde na ahamba yolala iyasiphazamisa guys, asikisini. Because wow. What the time now? 5 to 10. Kanti, what time did we head up? Or 6? Debuko, I don't know. I don't want to answer that. But I think you know the answer. You saw the answer in my face. You know it, you saw it. You have your answer. There it is. What key? Car key? I don't know. Bye-bye. Prince, first question I want from him is what this case is really about subsequently. By the way, good question, Prince, because firstly, the case was about a robbery gone wrong. And then we moved from that. The case was about what? Obabongani dance. It was about Obabongani dance and being a fire hitman, arms dealers and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That question is very good. Uspamandla Kobega. What about the exhibit bag that was open? That's what I'm saying. I was reading all the evidence that Mangena gave. I guess you were late. I read all the evidence that Mangena gave. He stated there that there are 3 things that are special for me, that are highlights. Mangena, first of all, has a 9mm parabellum firearm that he tests and it does not match. Secondly, he gets an open seal bag. He takes it with a firearm, which is also a 9mm parabellum, and he tests it and then it matches. So the question now is, why is he taking an open bag and the next thing it matches? The 4th thing is that, okay. First, he takes there's a firearm. We don't know who it belongs to. Too many questions there. Why is there a firearm that is being tested that we don't know why it's being tested, and whose firearm is it, and reasoning behind that whole exercise? Why is it involved in this matter? 2, open sealed bag. Why are you accepting an open sealed bag? An open sealed bag, why are you opening? Are you taking it where? For the why? Why are you even testing that? What's the procedure for that? 3, he tested that firearm that is in that was found in that open seal bag. He tested and it confirms that it matches with the bullets that were found in the crime scene. And the other thing is that he says, what was the other thing? But there were 4 things, man. But yeah, you are right about that open bag. It's a very big question that I need them to ask. They really need to ask that. Or Mangena takes it and keeps it at home in his safe or wherever. He takes it from Cleveland and keeps it. Or Geninda keeps it at his own safety, whatever. I don't know, between him and Geninda, I don't know who kept it. Oh my God, I kept it from the 20th to the 27th, or 21st to the 27th of July 2020. Then Geninda took it. Yeah, sorry. They take it away from there. The custodians where it's supposed to be kept. Okay, there's a lot of things there. Maria, I'm not judgmental, but I doubt Rata can't see the gate of heaven. Dear Lord, Maria, Prince Geninda must also answer why he was previously removed from the case, suspended, and then reappointed to now Liz called case team and instantly came back with tons of suspects. Good question. Good question. So he was suspended before. Good question then. Good thinking, Gwena Prince. There's a lot there. Oh, Diwasili Ukininda is most mind. What you mean? Prince, I think they said he passed away, must confirm. That's why I'm asking. I think I also heard that about Simpiwe Buthelezi, but I need to confirm also. Tebuho, we need them to lodge a complaint because we're very sick and tired about me. Yo, Tebuho. You know that if they complain about Judge Rata like that, the case will start at de novo if they ask for his recusal. Starting from scratch, beginning de novo. Ulerato, this case is not going anywhere. State and the judge are confused that Ballistic told them straight he will be done 1st September. They are not interested in that. Christina, please no answer the question as. What question is that, Christina Mtasi? Manqophelo, Tsira, a hit and a robbery gone wrong, but now what is it we are concerned? We don't know, because Nabo, I think Nabo, they don't know. Even them, they don't know, guys. Okay, I understood. Ukos Riser, I said the case was dead and buried long time until Afri Forum dragged it back, then all hell broke loose. Actually, they were scared of it going tested privately. If it was prosecuted privately, the people in the house were going to be in deep-ish. The people in the house were going to be in ish. Oh, Christina, is the defense doing some complaints about this judge? So that's the question, Chris. Hi, but why you fucking panini? Why am I being an egg now? You are frying me now. I don't know. I don't know. Let's wait and see. I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know, mommy. I don't know. Makoti. Chris Mtombeni, evening Noni. Hi Chris, Umuhlezi uma ngena mele achaze ukuthi wayofuna abantu abanezingozi emaqakaleni ngasiphi isizathu. Exactly. Yayingenaphi indaba yokuthi umuntu unengozi eqakaleni? Yayihlangana kuphi? Honestly, yayihlangana kuphi? But also, case, I mean, file yakhe yakwa correctional services, I choose number 3 from 2015. If ukudale nayo lanto, izotsho uba how brand new it was. Do you understand? Because it was still early. Abel Sibanda, can't they open a case for long Twala suspecting him of murdering? I don't know for long Twala. For suspecting, no, you need evidence. Can't be just for suspecting. You need evidence. You can't say I must get arrested because you are suspecting me. You need reasons that are reasoning also. Those reasons need to reason why you are suspecting me. Yabo. So it's not easy as it sounds. It is not. Ever noticed the judge is always snappy when talking to defense to the mellow, but be mellow when he talks to Baloy? It's an everyday thing, that one. We are even immune from it now. We get pissed when it happens and then we forget about it. Yabo. So nje indaba yakhona inzima. Inzima into yala case ka Judge Rata. Yafa. Inzima. the focus for me, it needs to be the the bullet holes, I mean the wound, so that that wound can tell us what kind of a firearm was used. That bullet, I mean that, yes, that wound, that needs to be a focal point for me. They need to focus on that. Where Umangena said that he attended on the 28th of October 2014, he attended the postmortem conducted by pathologist Dr. Johannes Steenkamp. They need that report. And then Umangena said when examining the clothing of the deceased, he found a bullet hole on the chest area of the shirt and the vest. I examined the wound on the chest. The wound had the characteristics of a gunshot wound. So those characteristics we need them to tell us. And I want to explain to the court how a firearm works. Mangena then proceeded to demonstrate. So the ballistic expert now, I expect him to have checked all of those things so that he understands, was it a parabellum, was it a 38 special, was it a whatever firearm. I don't know types of firearms. Yeah, but so there are so many things that they can actually check. They can actually check. And then he says, I examined the wound on the chest. The wound had characteristics of a gunshot wound. So we need those. He also stated the hole on the shirt and vest of the deceased indicated that the deceased was shot at a close range. He also added that the firearm was in loose contact with the deceased. Yeah, all those things, that statement, I pray that, I'm trusting that the defense expert has read all of that. He has read, and he would be able to thoroughly explain to the defense so that they understand that evidence to the T. Once they understand all of that, it will be helpful for them to be able to cross-examine also. And also, I also pray and hope that the expert, the ballistic expert of the defense, also explained what type of a bullet that entered that hole and what type of a gun was used. I'm hoping that all of those things, he took care of them with his report step by step. And the other thing that I'm interested to find out is if Judge Rata is going to reject that report over Mangena's one, or which one he is going to reject between the two. If they because chances are it might not be the same, chances are it might be the same. So what happens if it's not the same and Mangena says positive and this one says negative? What happens? Do you understand? Or else he says, yeah, the firearm says it's the one. However, the wound and everything, according to what Mangena wrote down, it's not. According to the report Mangena wrote down, and according to the pathologist, the Dr. Steenkamp's the pathology report, this firearm is not the one that was used. I wonder if that report is going to come back saying like such things, then this judge, who is he going to favor or believe between the ballistic report of the accused and Mangena? Who is he going to believe? Akusadlalwa manje. Asisadlali manje. The case is already open. Docket 375, all the people in the house would be charged with defeating the ends of justice, but Longwe would be charged also for murder, allegedly. Ne? What happened to 9-5 now? No, most 9-5 was meant for stain. So stain uqedile izolo. So there's no 9-5. Usiphamandla uvumile umnisi today about the style and put it on record. What style? What are you talking about? I missed that. Please explain, Khadija, what you mean. Usiphamandla come through? Christina, what happened to if they put new evidence, I will charge him for lying under oath. Hey, Jadrat. He will charge you for writing that comment instead. Wenda, you are going to get charged by Judge Rata for writing that comment. He will never charge Steve. Yo, Jehovah, wena Christina. He was ebezidlalisa ngathi. He will never. Umuhle uyasangana uGininda. Ama statements akhe athi 100% sure firearm was a revolver, but bayaqhubana nalesilima esiwumangena batesta i9mm. Ayi cha. Jehova ingcwele. Oh Nkosi sincede eMtrinity. Hayi sincede eMtrinity, I'm telling you. Ugininza. 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 Magenzi. Okay. Utsindi cause Riser. The whole idea now is even if the suspects are acquitted, it must be on technicality, not that they didn't commit the crime, to avoid the state being sued and docket 375 being brought to court. Ne? You might be onto something there, but if Bane expects that are going to bring Ukuti, there was never a technical tonton here, this was deliberate fabrication, corruption, cooking, bayadlala. They're just playing because there's too much that is at stake. Yeah, now 375 has to go to court. Christina Gininda said he is 100% sure is a revolver. I want to look for this evidence. Ekhuluma nge-revolver, yes. I just want to tell you that the devil wants to strike now. Okay, the devil must strike to his friends. We are not his friends. Usiphamandla Kubeka umvile umnisi today about the stain ijaji lathi uyosho lokho in argument. Oh, okay, I remember. Mar ujaji yena akasafuni lutho wena Siphamandla, akasafuni. Lerato, the issue is knowing the truth, seeing evidence of the truth, but still believing the lie. Now we see what is happening here. We are not going to be dumb because people want to be dumb. Bangasifaki nje lutho mntaka George asifuni ukuba yi-part and parcel yaleyo nto. Asifuni nje uba into iphatha loo nto. Yho, ubrigadier. Dibrigadier. I wonder uzofika ezocacisa ntoni subsequently. He will subsequently say what when he comes? Subsequently, what is he going to tell us? And the other thing is for me, guys, before we go, because now we are done, I want the defense to tell Uprakatia Keninda we are still waiting for the cases that you said Ubongani Danze has. We want the case numbers because Aganazo, he had even no time to cook them. He doesn't have any case numbers. La Baba Loa. Anyway, guys, that is about eating evidence kamangena. So I will see you on our next live or next video. I don't know when. Tomorrow I'm busy. I won't be able to do a morning live. I'm busy. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do it during the day or this time tomorrow. But I won't have time. I heard what he said, man. I think this is what... Guys, did you hear what the judge Rata said to Mnesi? He said you will argue that at the end of this case, if it will reach there. I heard that. What were they talking about? I remember hearing the judge. Let me check it. I remember hearing the judge saying such, but I was a bit confused, I would say. Let me go to my channel, to the SABC. Yeah, SABC namhlanje usibonise imihlola ke futhi. Namhlanje nje bebesenza okunye esingakwazi. Bekwenzekalani ngabo? Senzo Meyiwa case. What's today's date? Hayi angazi into bebesenzela yona. Okay, let's look at them.
Today, tomorrow, even Thursday.
He's insisting, my lord, that we need a day, a full day. We need a full day for him to take us through the report, owing due to his technical nature.
Will you be available on Monday?
For him to testify. I mean, for him to be... Yes, I mean, for him to be here when we start our...
I'm saying will you be ready Monday? You yourself, because it's your client's report, is that not so?
When the court says you, it refers to me as in a singular fashion.
Yeah, it's your client's report. Whose client's report is it?
Well, in terms of the indictment, my lord, all the accused are charged with similar offences.
Whose client's report is it?
It's for all the accused. In terms of the indictment...
The report found in possession.
No, my lord, unless the state changes that.
No, I know
it
they're charging
specifically and I don't think this is a point that we should argue, my lord, because this is a report that affects all the accused, which is the reason why when we are approaching it, we are approaching it in that fashion.
I thought you were the person in charge. Remember the last time you were the one who was conducting these negotiations? You.
I was only requested to do that on behalf
That's
of my
so
on
that's
behalf
speaking to
of
you.
the defense.
I thought it's your client's report.
No, not necessarily.
Okay, fine.
It was
Okay,
misunderstood.
so will you be ready Monday?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you, as you say.
They can confirm that I'm afraid I might not be in a position to, or I can. They are confirming that they will be ready.
Mr. Balui, what's your view?
That's in order, but I'll just have to check the availability of.
Ms. Mafani.
Yeah, he says it's fine.
And where the tenant? And we'll be having another suit on Monday. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. That was
So Monday, are we going to start?
Yes, ma'am.
No
Unless
stories.
there's a
No
vis,
stories.
unless there's a vis major,
What is that?
an act of nature, ma'am. Maybe it's none, whatever, I don't know. But from where we stand, we don't foresee any hindrance.
That's today, it's Tuesday.
Yes, for us to begin with the cross-examination of Mr. Mandela. That was just but the first issue, my lord.
And then the second one?
Then the second one, my lord, relates to the testimony of Colonel Stein. I've got instructions, my lord, to put the following on record.
Oh.
That the documents which were the basis on which Colonel Stein preferred his testimony on, as introduced as part of the exhibits, those triple case document, triple K1 up to triple K5 specifically. They are in their nature hearsay evidence. The court will recall that Colonel Stein, throughout his testimony, has been indicating that I received these documents already downloaded by Mr. Mushwana, and I worked on it the way in which it was presented to me by the investigating officer after those documents were downloaded by Mr. Mushwana. Second to that, the fact that he also intimated throughout his testimony that he also worked on documents which were from Vodacom, but which were already converted into a user-friendly, I just want to say, spreadsheet for him to be able to work on those documents. In other words, Vodacom sent to TSU a PDF, a document in a PDF format, and TSU then had to convert those documents into a user-friendly spreadsheet. That is when then he went on to compile a report that he came to testify about. But the court will also recall that when Mr. Mushwana testified here, the content of the document that he downloaded from the phone that allegedly belonged to the phone that ended with the number 358, he never got taken through the contents of those documents. It was for the first time that we heard about those documents, and we saw them through the testimony of Mr. Stein. They have not been authenticated. Both documents, that is now those downloads that were done by Mr. Mushwana, and the converted document that was done by TSU, as it has been exhibited before court, they have not been authenticated. I've got instructions to put that on record.
No problem.
Thank you, madam.
As you know, if you know the procedure,
Yes.
you argue the case at the end of the case. You argue the issues at the end of the case, if this case ever reaches there.
That is the reason.
You can't expect me to evaluate the evidence. Is that what you require me to do?
No.
What do you require me to do?
Let me explain myself.
Okay. You said your client says you must put this on record.
Yes.
That's it, fine. It's on record.
Thank you, madam.
Argue at the end of the case.
Thank you, madam.
No problem.
Thank you.
That's the procedure. Yes. Unless you want to add some more wisdom to me, Mr. Balui.
We agree that as these are matters of argument that should be addressed in the end of the case.
Okay, fine. At least that's what I think the procedure is.
Yeah, guys, ne? So this judge, so what does it even mean if this case gets there? Is it never going to end now? Is this case never going to end? I did not understand that line. What does he mean by that? Hi, Nkosiam. Okay, anyway, let me read your last comments and then we go. Okay, thank you, Spamanda. Sorry, thank you, Spamanda. Thank you, Christina, for this because I did not catch it exactly the way you guys did. Now I have more understanding on it. Thank you so much. Where were we? Gorilla Kubeka Aibo, he's really protecting the state witness, whiteness, corruption, apartheid laws. Artist Senzo Meyiwa says Sitembe, God of justice, iqiniso lovela zibanjwa nini izigebengu. Oh my goodness, my people here on the comment section, Advocate Mnisi did well by putting the issues on record. I am glad that the defense now sees the case for what it is. Well done, Mnisi. Yebo. Gorilla, it's your client's report. Kanjani be charged with similar offenses. Abako show, ababebe charger. Oh, your legend. You hear that response from Nisi? Yes, he's on point there. Prince, they are all charged with the same offense as they couldn't determine the shooter or group leader. They not even settled on the mastermind. Like kunzima, is pity nje, ba busy. Udebra Ndlovu, hello Mandlovu, Cause Coriza. So the defense ballistic expert was testing the firearm in the presence of Mangena and the investigation officer as per judge instructions. I don't know, yes. I'm not sure about that. Gorilla, serious, we are tired of being sick and tired of Rata and the team series. My love goes to Meyiwa, or my heart goes to Meyiwa family, because I justice for Senzo Meyiwa court, Idas. Christina, if the case reaches there, what does he mean though? What is that supposed to mean, guys? I didn't understand. So the case is never going to end. Where is it supposed to reach? What does he mean? Oh, he is saying he might strike the case out of court, perhaps, ne? Because he has seen the light. Mara, he does not want us to see that he has seen the light. Because hi Noni, ngwa phethezela bye. Yeah, kuyaphithizela thi. Kuyaphithizela is pity yonke into. Guys, thank you so much. It's been a lovely night. Let's talk next time we meet. I don't know when, but we will meet. It's still a long week. Whether I do videos or a live once here and there until Monday, we will see. But for now, the discussions will be about the ballistic report, evidence of Mangena, and I will also research again all the evidence of Kininda so that we can correlate things and then see the evidence there so that Monday we are fresh here. I'm going to try also to persuade Ghostman. Do you guys want Ghostman to come through? I'm going to persuade Ghostman to come on a particular night because there's no live. So I'm going to ask him which day can he come and be live with me. So I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him to talk about issues. So send me messages, Noni_Nsime on Instagram, or you can leave messages. Okay, let me do a community post and tell me, what must I say in the community post so that you guys will be able to write. Hello, good man. How are you doing? So I want to invite Ghostman. You guys tell me, what do you want him to talk about, so that when I speak to him, we know that what he is going to talk about. Tell me, what must I ask him to come and speak about? Yes, what do you want the public school principal to come and talk about, Kalohu Korel? What must I ask him to come and talk about? Unjabulo. Okay, ngizakhiphinda ngimfonele kusasa ngimbuze uba ithini intoni yakhe. Hayibo, wayengipromisile. Good night, Christina. Mgomezulu. Where were you? I'm here. You can catch up. We were talking about the ballistic report of Mangena. You can catch up. Ukorila, love you, Kesana, love you too. Yes, please, Public School of Law. So, guys, what must we talk about? Talk to me, please. Okay, I'm gonna write a public post, and then you guys will respond there. Anyway, good night, Tini. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I'll see you when I see you. I wanna check Ghostman, and then I wanna also check Jabulo. I'll speak to them and hear which one is gonna be available first, and then we can speak. We can have a live with one of them. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.